Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone, or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, one website, SummitCitySports.com. Live stream high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne area athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics. The industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
With active science, just the overall objective of having better physical activity along with gaining knowledge and wisdom, it aligns with everything I stand for, with clear-eye view and having a determined belief, earned dreams and a focused vision.
So I got Grace the Magnificent here with me. So we're gonna go through a little activity. What I want you to do is try to get past me, NFL linebacker. You get past me, I'll do 10 jumping jacks. But if I tag you, then you do 10 jumping jacks, and then we'll flip it around and see if I can get past you, all right?
All right.
All right. Blue 42. Oh. Two. Count it out.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
My grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
While the expansion of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is enhancing the experience for athletes around the area, Parkview Sports Medicine is doing the same inside of the expansion, introducing the brand new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, providing immediate access to the entire PSM team for athletes all around the region.
We have this team that we can take care of them from the moment they come in, present with their injury, take them all the way through to the point where they're ready to be back to the performance level that they came in pre-injury. We can provide just about anything that any of your walk-in clinics provide, but we definitely focus on musculoskeletal issues.
The Ortho Express Clinic meets athletes where they're at and when they're playing. The entire PSM team will be at an athlete's fingertips. Additionally, the clinic houses the region's only DEXA body composition assessment and a sports dietitian who can work with athletes on their dietary needs.
Some athletes, it might be a difference in their starting position. You know, they might see a number and say, wow, you know, I had no idea that was my body composition. How can I change this? And sometimes just seeing numbers is more motivating than just talking about, you know, maybe their calorie amount that they're taking in.
The advantage to having an Ortho Express clinic is the diversity of the hours. So people who have non-traditional work schedules should be able to get in. I think having athlete access on the athletic trainer side in the trenches, so to speak, and having them be able to get a hold of us or maybe send us a note and saying, hey, this patient's coming in, this is what I'm worried about, and gives us a heads up.
Whether it's the use of treatment tables, the radiology room, cold whirlpool tank, or the traditional exam room, the Ortho Express Clinic gives patients a seamless experience all under one roof.
This is the type of facility you see in professional and high-level Division I athletics where you have everything right in one place. So if an athlete gets hurt playing basketball or volleyball on the other side, within the same facility they can get their physical therapy or an x-ray if needed just to rule out a fracture. That's stuff you hear about in the NFL, stuff you hear about at high-level colleges where kids just went downstairs and got an x-ray at halftime. We can actually do that in-house now. So it makes us kind of a state-of-the-art, unique facility.
Pilates therapy is using the Pilates technique in a therapeutic way. Pilates itself is just using, we would use equipment, Pilates equipment, to work on precise movement patterns in the Pilates method in that rehabilitation process. The benefit of doing Pilates with the therapy, the biggest benefit is to work on smaller muscle groups and precise movement patterns that you're going to get with using the Pilates method. In this method, if you just come in with low back pain, or you have some shoulder pain, or you have some other pains that aren't surgically repaired, the Pilates method is very effective in utilizing those smaller muscle groups that are attached from the core into the shoulders or to the hips to strengthen from the inside out. It very much works posture. In this day and age, posture is a huge thing with people, sitting at desks, keeping the head forward.
Anybody can benefit from Pilates. Definitely athletes, performers, dancers, gymnasts, but also people, chronic pain, back pain, shoulder pain, teenagers, even women going through pregnancy or postpartum can also benefit from Pilates.
Pilates is for everyone, and including men, especially men. Men get tight as they age, decrease in flexibility in the hamstrings, in their spine. Now you have many professional athletes doing Pilates, LeBron James, Jake Arrieta, Antonio Brown, and they're finding the benefits of getting the elongation of the muscles and the strengthening and the balance and the control that helps them during their sport.
And we are the only clinic in Fort Wayne that services both physical therapy and Pilates at the same time, that you can get a Pilates-based rehabilitation.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. Welcome in, everybody, to the Hutzel Athletic Center. My name is Jeff Mahoney, bringing you the play-by-play for today's contest. And on the camera, we have Matt Runyon. Today's game features your number 26 ranked University of St. Francis Lady Cougars, who enter with a 13-8 overall record, 5-4 in Crossroads League play. They will host the Bethel College Lady Pilots out of Mishawaka, Indiana. Bethel enters today with a 6-15 overall record, 1-8 in conference play. Bethel is coached by Eric Gingrich, who is in his second season with the team. He's an Indiana Wesleyan graduate of 2007. And of course, the coach for your Lady Cougars is Jason Ridge, a 2000 graduate from IPFW, who is in his third season with the squad. Now we're going to read from our game day program put together by Sports Information Director Bill Scott. It reads, today's Crossroads League clash with Bethel College will complete the first half. Two streaks are on the line today when 26th ranked University of St. Francis collides with Bethel College at the Hutzel Athletic Center. This is USF's final game in the first round of Crossroads League games. USF is coming off a 82-45 romp over Spring Arbor University on Wednesday night. The Lady Cougars' second consecutive win. The Pilots have dropped 6 consecutive games and are 2 games out of a Crossroads League playoff berth. USF is trying to win its third consecutive game, which would equal 2 previous 3-game winning streaks that the Lady Cougars fashioned earlier this season. This is the first meeting between USF and BC this season. The Pilots are 1-8 in their last 9 games. Bethel College picked up its only Crossroads League win on December the 6th with a 55-54 win at Goshen. USF has played Goshen once and defeated the Maple Leafs 57-43 on December the 2nd. This is USF's last game in the first time through the Crossroads League schedule. The SAU game was the first game in the second run through of the Crossroads League schedule. And that SAU game was the game against Spring Arbor this past Wednesday, where the Lady Cougars just rolled to the victory. Kara Gurka is number 2 in Crossroads League scoring, averaging 17.9 points per game. She's number 3 in Crossroads League only scoring at 17.7 points per game. Gurka has led USF in scoring in 7 consecutive games. Gurka leads Crossroads League only games in field goal percentage. She's shooting 65% from the field against conference teams. And 3-point field goal percentage, where she's shooting 52% from beyond the arc. Savannah Buck is tied for number 4 in Crossroads League only 3-point field goals made, and she is averaging 2 3-pointers per game. Buck is also number 2 in Crossroads League only steals, where she has 22 steals in conference play. So an exciting game on tap here. This is game number 1 of our doubleheader. The second game will feature the number 11th ranked Bethel College Pilots taking on number 2 ranked University of St. Francis, coached by Chad Lacrosse. So an exciting day here in store on the campus of the University of St. Francis here in Northeast Indiana. We're going to send it down to our PA announcer now for the starting lineups and national anthem for today's game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hutzel Athletic Center for today's doubleheader between Bethel College and the University of St. Francis. At this time, we ask that you all rise for a prayer followed by the national anthem. Let us pray. Loving gift of this day, these athletes, coaches, officials, and fans. Keep us all safe today, free from harm and injury. Help us to love and respect each other and ourselves. And in the words of St. Francis, enlighten the darkness of our minds and spirit and hearts. Give us a right faith, a firm hope, and a perfect charity, so that we may always and in all things act accordingly to your holy will. Amen. And now it's time to meet the starting lineup, starting with the visitors from Bethel College. At guard, 5'6" sophomore, number 3, Maya Bruce. At guard, 5'7" junior, number 12, Kamala Glenn. At guard, 5'6" freshman, number 22, Michelle Rice. At forward, a 6' freshman, number 1, and at forward, a 6'1" senior, number 44, Caitlin Alsasser. And now, your University of St. Francis Lady Cougars. At guard, 5'4" junior, number 1, Josie Murphy. At guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 20, Savannah Buck. Sophomore, number 24, Lindsay Kissler. And for a 5'11" sophomore, number 32, Chandler Joe. And for a 5'10" sophomore, number 21, Hannah Gurka.
There we have it, folks, the starting lineups for today's game number 1 of the Crossroads League doubleheader. Lady Cougars, last player to be mentioned, Kara Gurka. Last year, Crossroads League Freshman of the Year. Also on the 3rd team All Crossroads League a year ago. She ranks number 9 in the country, shooting 59% from the field. Ranks number 13 in the country, shooting 49% from beyond the arc. She ranks number 24 in the country, averaging 17.9 points per game. That's Kara Gurka, number 22, on the bottom of your screen. And in the center, that is Chandler Jones, tipping it off with number 24, Jessica Irwin, as possession goes to the Lady Pilots. Handoff goes to Michelle Moratis. Number 44 is Caitlin Elsasser, being guarded by Lindley Kissler, who is playing her 3rd game as a Lady Cougar. She's fantastic, folks. She has been a beautiful spark for the Cougars this season. St. Francis was on a 2-game slide there, losing at Mount Vernon Naz and at home against Huntington. And at Indiana Wesleyan, Kissler added a huge spark as the Lady Cougars did get the upset win at number 13 Indiana Wesleyan, 82-68. Chandler Jones with the ball, gives it up to or Josie Murphy, excuse me, on the near wing. That's Savannah Buck. Savannah had a great day, hitting 6 3-pointers in that win at Indiana Wesleyan. She had 18 points. Turnover by the Lady Cougars as it's taken up by Camilla Glenn. Cam Glenn, one of the top players for Bethel College. It was a beautiful feed to Caitlin Elsasser, who could not finish on the block. We're going the other direction as we are scoreless. 1 minute and 15 seconds into this contest. Skip pass finds Murphy. Josie Murphy's being guarded by number 22, Moritas. Kistler, Jones, Murphy. Josie Murphy at times this year has looked fantastic for the Lady Cougars, as well as that three-point attempt by Savannah Buck is left just a bit short. Cougars opening up this season having to play without one of their stars from a year ago in Lauren McBriar. McBriar was also honored by the Crossroads League last year. I believe she was an honorable mention selection as that three-pointer's off the mark there by Irwin. Lauren McBriar tore her ACL right before the season started as Chandler Jones gets the first bucket of the game for St. Francis. Lady Cougars up 2-0. Over the timeline is Moritas. She's going to go straight to the cup, off glass with the left hand. Michelle Moritas averages 28.7 points per game while scoring 3.5 points per game. Excuse me, she averages 28.7 minutes per game. And fouled from behind is Chandler Jones. Foul's going to go against Elsasser, number 44. Moritas shooting 32% from the field and 22% from beyond the arc on the season. Chandler Jones at the free throw line, where she is a 35% free throw shooter, hitting 18 of 51 entering today's contest. So checking out of this game for Bethel College is going to be Cam Glenn, the junior from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Checking in is Becca Schermerhorn, sophomore guard from West Noble High School. West Noble's had some fantastic seasons here as of late, have another good one this year. I believe they just beat Garrett this week. That pass stolen by Savannah Buck, looking to go coast to coast, and she will with the left hand. Savannah Buck with her first bucket of the game gives St. Francis back the lead. Down low, Elsasser, jump stop on the block, no good. Good box out by Kara Gurka. They say it's becoming a lost art here in the game of basketball is the box out. Pass over Savannah. We got a 2-3 zone being played here by Bethel College. That three-point attempt by Kara Gurka is off the mark. Kara Gurka, who stands 5 foot 10 inches, has hit 33 of 68 three-pointers entering today's contest. Good for a 49% three-point percentage. Just outstanding for Kara Gurka. Once again, last year was named the Crossroads League Player of the Year. And really, we were thinking one of 3 Lady Cougars could have been named as Lindley Kistler hits her first three-pointer of the contest. Cougars up 7-2. Lindley Kistler entering today a 43% three-point shooter from beyond the arc as she has now hit 4 of 8 three-pointers on the season. Kistler just such a great defensive presence for Coach Ridge. She can play the style of ball that Coach Ridge wants to play, which is up and down the floor and press the other team. 30-second timeout there called by Coach Ridge, and the Lady Cougars with St. Francis up by 5. Cougars going to go on the road for the next game, and guess who they were going to play? They'll be at number 5, Marion, with a 7 p.m. tip-off this Wednesday. Yes, the Marion Lady Knights, the back-to-back national champions of NAIA Women's Basketball Division II level. They're ranked number 5 in the country and are in first place in the Crossroads League. They have an 8-1 conference record. Their only loss came against Indiana Wesleyan. They're 19-2 overall. Their only other loss came against the University of St. Francis out of Illinois, one of the top programs in the country, and they're coached by Coach Scott Brooks. St. Francis, Illinois currently is ranked number 18 in the country with a 10-6 record. So their head coach from a year ago took the NC2A Division II coaching job at Lewis University. I believe Lewis University, they are the pilots, or flyers, or planes. Barnstormers, maybe. And Sydney Crow checks into the game for St. Francis, not getting the start today, but Sydney does have 13 starts under her belt here in her true freshman season. Foul's called on Crow, be her first, team's first. Glenn with the inbounds pass finds Taya Bruce. Bruce now top of the key. That's Crow with the defense. St. Francis in a zone defense here. Crow on the perimeter, 10 seconds. Glenn has Kistler on her. Kistler can stay in front of Cam Glenn. Nice block, but they're going to call the foul on Kistler. So good offensive rebounding there by Camilla Glenn, who ranks number 29 in the country with 343 points, and number 43 in the country, averaging 16.3 per game. Glenn is a 70% free throw shooter, hitting 89 of 127. So Chandler Jones checking into the game for Kistler. Lindley Kistler was at IPFW last year, played in about 5 games and played well for the Mastodons. It just wasn't a good fit. St. Francis was a better fit for her, and here she is teaming up with Savannah Buck. So Glenn's going to hit both free throws. She's a perfect 2 of 2 in this game with 2 points, pulls Bethel to within 3. Crow down on the block, and jump ball going to be called. Tying her up is Maritis, the freshman from Howell, Michigan. Bethel easily breaks the press. Camping out there beyond the arc is number 30, Kelsey Brickner, the freshman. Brickner stands 5'11". She went to Northridge High School. The Lady Raiders can play at Northridge. Northridge beat Southside this year. Southside Lady Archers are having a fantastic season in the SAC. One of the top teams in the conference. Did lose to Homestead, though. Kick out. Now driving from the corners. That's a turnover. The freshman just had no idea how much time was left on the shot clock. Her teammates were calling it out, but Kelsey Brickner gonna get the turnover there. So far in this game, St. Francis shooting 60% from the field. Bethel College is 1 of 8, good for 13%. So the foul's called against 22. Michelle Maritis, the freshman. And it's Gurka at the free throw line, where she is shooting 79% on the season, as that first one's no good. Looks like we got some basketball players in here from DeKalb County. DeKalb Lady Barons, we'll see if they might shoot some buckets here at halftime. So Gurka now with 1 point after hitting the second free throw. 8-4 is your score. Foul goes against Chandler Jones. So Maritis at the free throw line. She's a 43% shooter, hitting 6 of 14 entering today's contest, as that first one's no good off the heel. Savannah Buck coming over to the bench here to talk with Coach Jason Ridge. They have a great player-coach relationship. Buck, the floor general, no doubt about it. Savannah Buck in that game against Indiana Wesleyan had 18 points, all from beyond the arc, but she also had 10 rebounds. So the smaller point guard can really fill up the stat sheet. Chandler Jones, nice spin move on the block using her athleticism. She now has 4 in this one and a 6-point advantage for St. Francis. Glenn, here on the near wing, has Chandler Jones out on the perimeter. One of the things that makes Chandler Jones so special is her ability to be able to guard anybody on the floor. Cougars still in this 2-3 zone. As you can see, the players kind of morph from being down near the baseline to up top around the top. The key is that shot's off the mark, but rebounded by Bruce. Big collision. Good effort there by Taya Bruce, the sophomore. She's from Goshen High School. So the foul goes against Jones, going after the loose ball. Emma Applegate is set to check in for St. Francis, and she will check in for Jones. So that's a 6-footer coming in for a 6-footer. Actually, Chandler Jones is only listed at 5'11", but looks 6 foot to me. Glenn, bounce pass goes to Bruce. Boy, can't tell you how many times I've heard bounce pass, use the bounce pass so you don't have as many turnovers. Of course, that's covering a lot of high school games. Glenn, 15 seconds on the shot clock. It's Josie Murphy with the defense. Glenn gets right past Murphy. Murphy doing a good job of tying her up. Got a right hand on the ball. Good body control by Murphy. Really zeroing in there to get her right hand, but totally messed up Glenn's layup. So Elsasser checks in for the freshman, Kelsey Brickner. Once again, Bethel is coached by Eric Gingrich in his second season. We believe he's doing a good job with the Lady Pilot program. Lindley Kistler is going to check in for Sydney Crow. Lindley Kistler is listed at 6 foot. Folks, her ability to shoot it from anywhere on the floor and her length, it's special. But Emma Applegate can shoot it from distance, and we know Kara Gurka can. So Coach Ridge really just doing a great job of recruiting, as the stop and pop in the lane is good from 10 feet for Josie Murphy, who enters today as the team's third leading scorer, averaging 10 points per while shooting 38% from the field. Left-handed take. Good help defense there by Kistler, but she's going to be, no, the foul's going to go against number 20, Savannah Buck. Heading to the free throw line is Jessica Irwin, a freshman. 5 freshmen on the roster for Bethel College. That's 5 out of 11. St. Francis, way more than 11 players, more like 21 on the roster. But that's kind of been the trend at Bethel. You've been noticing less players on the rosters, if you will. Still some quality basketball players, just not as deep as some of the other teams in the Crossroads League. 3-pointer on its way, good for Lindley Kistler. Her second 3-pointer of the contest. Lindley is fantastic. Now she's shooting over 50% from beyond the arc. She is 5 of 9 from three-point land on this season, and she's only played in 3 games. She had to sit out the first part of the semester because of the transfer rule. Josie Murphy's going to check out. Checking into the game is Shayna Temple for St. Francis. She had a great game against Spring Arbor. Played a lot of minutes for Coach Jason Ridge. As that ball is out of bounds to Bethel. Good play down there on the block by Jessica Irwin. Matching up against Kara Gurka, never an easy task. Shayna Temple scored a career-high 7 points in the win against Spring Arbor. So Shayna Temple coming into her own at the right time. Glenn left all alone, as that was Temple late to get out on the defense. Glenn knocks it down. Nothing but the back of the iron. Sweet looking shot there by Cam Glenn. Gurka all alone is Savannah Buck for 3. That one was halfway down and rimmed out. Oh, that's got to drive a shooter just sick. Glenn being guarded by Buck. Remember, folks, Buck, one of the tops in the Crossroads League in steals. She's not ranked nationally this year, was during her freshman year. Great job by Temple as she just stood her ground and got plowed over by Caitlin Elsasser. Shayna Temple showing a lot of heart there. As Elsasser did not break stride, and boom. Temple was on the floor and popped up just as fast as she fell. It's one of the things, it's a continuing trend here with the Lady Cougars. They're as tough as you'll find in the Crossroads League. Nice take by Lindley Kistler. She is fouled. It goes against Irwin, number 24. Kistler entering today shooting 60% from the charity stripe, 6 of 10 shooting. Expect that percentage to go up as she gets more reps under her belt. Look how flawless that free throw attempt was. So compact, that stroke. Savannah Buck's going to check out as Sydney Crow checks back in. Second attempt, no good, but you see Kistler chase right after the rebound. She is just a gym rat, folks, just like Savannah Buck. You got to love it. Glenn, nice pop out, all alone as Bruce for three, reigns at home. Taya Bruce entering today a 32% shooter from beyond the arc, does lead the Lady Pilots in three-point attempts with 88. She hit 28 of 88 entering today. Gurka back out to Temple. Sydney Crow for three, reigns it home. Crow's first bucket of the game. That extends the Lady Cougar lead to 7 points, up 19-12. Sydney Crow, a true freshman. Glenn looks like she's going to settle for the last shot of the game. She and the Lady Pilots. Shot clock is off. Bruce, there's a little bit of time left with a hand in her face, lets her fly. No good. Temple now has some time. 3, 2, 1, and lets her fly. That was a line drive off the backboard. Folks, you're watching Lady Cougar basketball. St. Francis up 19-12. It is brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine, the exclusive sports medicine provider of the Lady Cougars.
Athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship. Welcome back, everyone, to the Hutzel Athletic Center. It's about 35 degrees outside. It is on fire here in the hut as St. Francis is up 19-12. And what a start to this game for the Lady Cougars and Lindley Kistler. As we're going to see Kistler here in the corner camping out. You cannot give her 10 feet. Come on, folks, that's too much space. Lindley can flat out knock it down. On the season, 5 of 9 from three-point land as she's playing in her 3rd game of the season. That's Lindley Kistler. And the Lady Cougars right now are really starting to gel at the right time of the season. Glenn being guarded by Savannah Buck. Good ball movement over to Bruce, who was left all alone for 3. She held the right hand up as she knew it was good. She's now 2 of 3 from beyond the arc in this game with 6 points. Savannah Buck picks up the dribble, but bounce pass finds Kistler. Up top, Kara Gurka's all alone for 3. Kara Gurka now with 4. Such a special player, Kara Gurka. What a great combo with her and Savannah Buck. Lauren McBriar, actually the trio leading that freshman class a year ago. And Coach Jason Ridge, 2nd season as coach for the Lady Cougars. Irwin, listed at 6 foot. She's from Springfield, Ohio. Southeastern local high school. Glenn, 4 seconds on the shot clock. strong take. And off flash, you saw Glenn there dip that right shoulder, got a little bit of separation from the defender. She is fast, Kamala Glenn is. And she has 7 points in this game. Temple, bounce pass goes to Gurka. On the near wing now, that's Crow. Glenn, once again, she's got quick hands, folks, quick hands. Foul going to be called on Glenn. That'll be her first, team's first. Entering today's game, Glenn ranks number 38 in the country with 74 assists on the season. She also has 40 steals. Savannah Buck also has 40 steals for the Lady Cougars. Just inside the arc, Kistler. That one halfway down, rims out. Pushing the tempo is Moritas. Nice feed down on the block and a strong take by number 30, Kelsey Brickner. Rebounded by Temple. Shayna Temple getting after it on the block for St. Francis. Kistler left alone for three, and it's good to go. Now 3 of 3 from three-point land. Lindley Kistler, we need a TO, baby. Timeout's going to be called by Bethel College. It's a full timeout. Folks, today's game is brought to you by Fort Financial Credit Union.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. One more time, folks. Let's check it out one more time. Lindley Kistler left all alone from beyond the arc and splash. 25-17. Kistler leads all scorers with 10 points in this game. Fantastic. Lindley's come to play here in this game. And heading into the Crossroads League second part of the season, into the Crossroads League tourney. St. Francis, never an easy out, not going to be an easy out again this year. Last year made the Crossroads League championship game and took Marion all the way down to the wire. Kistler for 3, and it's good. Kistler now 4 of 4 from three-point land. She's on fire. Fun to watch, and look at that defense there by Kistler. She gets those arms extended, covers so much ground. She and Sydney Crow working together on the right side of the floor. Up top, Moritas. Number 30 is Brickner. 3 seconds on the shot clock for Bethel, and that's their second turnover via the shot clock violation. They've taken it down to the wire now 4 times in this game. That Lady Cougar defense is getting it done. St. Francis ranks number 47 in the country, holding opponents to just 39% shooting from three-point land. Lady Cougar D. St. Francis ranks number 17 in the country, holding its opponents to 59.2 points scored against St. Francis. That's that Lady Cougar defense. Coach Lacrosse and the Cougar men's team, they play great defense as well, as that's Thorbon into the game. Savannah Buck lets it fly as that left rim's no good. Good hustle there by Murphy tracking it down. But possession will go to Bethel College with 6:35 left to play here in the second quarter. St. Francis with its largest lead of the game, 28-17. Lob goes down low to Irwin, fighting through the contact. Irwin, her 4th point of the game, pulls the Lady Pilots to within 9. Josie Murphy walled off there by Brickner, but that allowed Applegate to have that separation. Now Murphy, jump stop, down on the block, no good. Good strong rebound by Kelsey Brickner, the freshman. Once again, Brickner from Northridge High School, standing 5'11". Top of the key. Bruce had that shot. Good recovery defense by Applegate, but Bruce driving top of the key. Gets it to fall. Bruce is only a sophomore. She's got 8 points. She was a Lady Red Hawk at Goshen High School. Irwin looking to take it herself, coast to coast off glass. She's got 6 points. Bethel on a bit of a run here, only down by 5. 6-0 run put together here by these Lady Pilots. Good feed down low to Applegate as she is fouled by Moritas. Moritas, that'll be her team second.
Number 22, Michelle Moritas, that's her second personal foul at the line, and 30.
Hey folks, how about the play of Lindley Kistler? She's 4 of 5 from the field, 4 of 4 from beyond the arc, 1 of 2 from the free throw line with 2 rebounds and 1 assist. She's got 13 points, which is a game high. Emma Applegate, first free throw attempt is up and in. Emma entering today is an 80% free throw shooter, hitting 12 of 15. St. Francis as a team is shooting 69%, which does not have them nationally ranked. Bethel is shooting 72%, and they are ranked number 38 in the country from the charity stripe. Applegate now has 2 points. Her squad up 30-23. On point is Moritas. Thorban, strong defense. You saw Thorban there. She kind of had her body in a rhythm in that defense, where Savannah Buck is staying pretty much just still. Saw that from Kistler and Crow as well. As foul is going to go against number 22, Moritas. That'll be her 3rd. Gonna have to get her out of the game because she's an important piece to this Lady Pilot cause. Moritas, once again, averages 28.7 minutes played per game. She has 44 assists on the season and just 29 turnovers. Thorban. Alexis, walled off by Elsasser. Nearly had 5 seconds there on Thorban as she picked up her dribble. Good help there by Josie Murphy. Skip pass to Deja Hinton. Hinton with the catch and drive. Dribble drive straight to the cup for Deja Hinton. Her first bucket of the game. Glenn, left-hand take. Look at that. She's probably the fastest player in the Crossroads League. I haven't seen all the teams yet this season. You can ask me in 5 weeks from now, but Glenn is super fast, kind of like Skylar Shern was the 2014 NEIA Player of the Year, as that three-point attempt is an air ball, and Savannah is not happy with herself, but she'll get that one back for sure. Savannah in this game now 0 of 4 from beyond the arc. In those 2 losses for St. Francis, both of them, nice job swiping that ball away by Savannah Buck, Murphy, and we got a tie-up here as possession arrow is in favor of
St. Francis, number 5, Sydney Crow.
Sydney Crow is going to check in for Murphy as possession goes to St. Francis. In those 2 losses, St. Francis lost the lead in the 4th against Mount Vernon Naz and against Huntington in the 4th. And in both of those games, Savannah Buck was 2 of 7 from the field. And she was hot in the last 2 wins from the field. But now Savannah's got more help with Lindley Kistler. Nice skip pass over to Sydney Crow, who drives out of the corner and finishes with the left. Nice strong take. That's what she does. She's a relentless player. She is just not scared of the body contact down there on the block. She's very athletic. Fast player. Not as fast as Glenn, though. Glenn's got Skylar Sherm type speed. Hinton doing a good job of staying in front of Glenn there. Glenn's just looking for a seam. Nearly has one. She doesn't need a very big seam, as she nearly slithered right through that crease. The crease was about 10 inches. So checking out is going to be number 14, Schermerhorn. Back into the game's number 30, Brickner. Kelsey Brickner. 34-25 is the score. Brickner driving baseline, gets fouled by Crow from behind.
Foul on number 5, Sydney Crow. That's her second.
Leading St. Francis in fouls on the season is Crow and Savannah Buck with 48. They are tied for second, right behind Chandler Jones, who has 52. That first free throw attempt is good by number 30, Kelsey Brickner. She is the team's second leading scorer, averaging 10 points per game, and she's shooting 81% from the free throw line, which ranks her number 45 in the country. She also shoots 36% from the field and 34% from beyond the arc. That's the freshman Kelsey Brickner for Bethel College and coach Eric Gingrich. 2:34 left to play here in the second. Ooh, that looked like a travel there as Gingrich was asking for it. Buck for 3, no good. Shooting struggles continue for Savannah from three-point land. Her team up by 8. And Savannah took the charge there, but none called. Now Brickner has a block from behind by Gurka. Elsasser is going to be fouled by Gurka. For Kara, that'll be her first and the team's third.
Foul on number 21, Kara Gurka. That's her first personal foul. At the line, she gets in number 44, Caitlin Elsasser.
Caitlin Elsasser has yet to score in this game. She's 0 of 2 from the field, but splash goes the first free throw. Elsasser entering today is a 64% free throw shooter, hitting 28 of 44. She also averages 6.9 points per game. She has 152 rebounds on the season, which ranks her number 45 in the country. Caitlin Elsasser. Savannah Buck being guarded by Glenn with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Murphy all alone for 3. No good as her front rim's out. Elsasser with the boards, looking for some help. Good job keeping her pivot. Kaya Bruce over to Irwin. Irwin's got 6 points, but leading Bethel is Glenn with 9. 30-second timeout called by Bethel College, the Lady Pilots, who have lost 6 in a row. All of those coming against the Crossroads League except for one. They're at a neutral site, lost to Ave Maria. Ave Maria, I believe they're a Catholic institution. They're out of Florida, the Fort Myers area. So a Catholic institution, much like St. Francis, but Ave Maria, they've got commercials playing in Redeemer Radio's high school broadcast. So Bethel back on November the 17th beat IU Northwest 54-44, then beat Cincinnati Christian out of Ohio 64-50. Folks, I think just about everybody's beaten Cincinnati Christian out of Ohio. I know Goshen College has beaten them, and their record is 1-20 on the season. Goshen College is in last place in the Crossroads League. They've won 1 game and have 20 losses, and their 1 win came against Cincinnati Christian. So Bethel won 2 in a row against those 2 teams. Then back on December 6th and the 9th, they beat Goshen and Great Lakes Christian. So they got two-game win streaks on the season, but unfortunately that will be their 3rd shot clock violation in this game. So now they have 7 turnovers. St. Francis with just 3 turnovers. Lady Cougars up by 7, 34-27. That's Josie Murphy, Gurka, and back to Buck. Kistler wide open, and that whistle You could tell that whistle affected her shot because she normally just drains those no problem. The foul goes against Glenn, which is her second. Nice feed inside to Hinton, who muscles through the contact to finish. Deja Hinton now with 4 points. Dejanay Hinton, a 67% free throw shooter, hitting 18 of 27 entering today. That one's no good. Rebounded by Irwin. Inside a minute, 55 seconds and counting. Glenn being guarded by Buck. Good movement to the far wing to Irwin. Now low is Elsasser. And she is fouled. I believe it's going to go against Kistler, 2-4. Nope, it goes against 2-1. So Gurka, that's her second. Team's fourth. Elsasser is 1 of 2 from the charity stripe in this game. First attempt on its way. Up and in. Elsasser now in her senior season. Just 2 seniors on the roster for Bethel. 11 players total. Second one's good. Wright is going to check back into the game. Remember, she had to leave early with 3 fouls? 3 fouls, that's right. Out of Heartland High School. Hinton down low, finds Gurka. Gurka one-on-one with Irwin, no worries. Kara Gurka now with 6 points. Lady Cougars up by 9, 20 seconds left until the break. Handoff to Moritas. Moritas does have 2 points go with those 3 fouls. Glenn, one-on-one. Let's see if she can take Savannah Buck off the dribble. The blow-by cannot finish with the right hand as her body was underneath the basket. She had to pop out. Nice feed up to Gurka! What a pass, though. Gurka had the chance to get that lay-in off. But as we have it, we're going into the break. St. Francis up 38-29. Folks, we got a 10-minute commercial we're going to play, and then we'll go over some stats with you. You're watching Lady Cougar basketball here at the University of St. Francis in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Family Birthing Centers with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website, SummitCitySports.com. Live stream high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne area athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics. The industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, Our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
With active science, just the overall objective of having better physical activity along with gaining knowledge and wisdom, it aligns with everything I stand for, with clear-eye view and having a determined belief, earned dreams and a focused vision.
So I got Grace the Magnificent here with me. So we're gonna go through a little activity. What I want you to do is try to get past me, NFL linebacker. You get past me, I'll do 10 jumping jacks. But if I tag you, then you do 10 jumping jacks, and then we'll flip it around and see if I can get past you, all right?
All right.
All right. Blue 42. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Two. Count it out.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
My grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
While the expansion of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is enhancing the experience for athletes around the area, Parkview Sports Medicine is doing the same inside of the expansion, introducing the brand new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, providing immediate access to the entire PSM team for athletes all around the region.
We have this team that we can take care of them from the moment they come in, present with their injury, take them all the way through to the point where they're ready to be back to the performance level that they came in pre-injury. We can provide just about anything that any of your walk-in clinics provide, but we definitely focus on musculoskeletal issues.
The Ortho Express Clinic meets athletes where they're at and when they're playing. The entire PSM team will be at an athlete's fingertips. Additionally, the clinic houses the region's only DEXA body composition assessment and a sports dietitian who can work with athletes on their dietary needs.
Some athletes, it might be a difference in their starting position. They might see a number and say, wow, I had no idea that was my body composition. How can I change this? And sometimes just seeing numbers is more motivating than just talking about, maybe their calorie amount that they're taking in.
The advantage to having an Ortho Express clinic is the diversity of the hours. So people who have non-traditional work schedules should be able to get in. I think having athlete access on the athletic trainer side in the trenches, so to speak, and having them be able to get a hold of us or maybe send us a note and saying, hey, this patient's coming in, this is what I'm worried about, and it gives us a heads up.
Whether it's the use of treatment tables, the radiology room, cold whirlpool tank, or the traditional exam room, the Ortho Express Clinic gives patients a seamless experience all under one roof.
This is the type of facility you see in professional and high-level Division I athletics, where you have everything right in one place. So if an athlete gets hurt playing basketball or volleyball on the other side, within the same facility, they can get their physical therapy or an x-ray if needed, just to rule out a fracture. That's stuff you hear about in the NFL, stuff you hear about at high-level colleges where kids just went downstairs and got an x-ray at halftime. We can actually do that in-house now. So it makes us kind of a state-of-the-art, unique facility.
Pilates therapy is using the Pilates technique in a therapeutic way. Pilates itself is just using, we would use equipment, Pilates equipment, to work on precise movement patterns in the Pilates method in that rehabilitation process. The benefit of doing Pilates with the therapy, the biggest benefit is to work on smaller muscle groups and precise movement patterns that you're going to get with using the Pilates method. In this method, if you just come in with low back pain, or you have some shoulder pain, or you have some other pains that aren't surgically repaired, the Pilates method is very effective in utilizing those smaller muscle groups that are attached from the core into the shoulders or to the hips to strengthen from the inside out. It very much works posture. In this day and age, posture is a huge thing with people, sitting at desks, keeping the head forward.
Anybody can benefit from Pilates. Definitely athletes, performers, dancers, gymnasts, but also people, chronic pain, back pain, shoulder pain, teenagers, even women going through pregnancy or postpartum can also benefit from Pilates.
Pilates is for everyone, and including men, especially men. Men get tight as they age, decrease in flexibility in the hamstrings, in their spine. Now you have many professional athletes doing Pilates, LeBron James, Jake Arrieta, Antonio Brown, and they're finding the benefits of getting the elongation of the muscles and the strengthening and the balance and the control that helps them during their sport.
And we are the only clinic in Fort Wayne that services both physical therapy and Pilates at the same time, that you can get a Pilates-based rehabilitation.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at ONE, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. Welcome back, everyone, to the Hutzel Athletic Center, where we are 4 minutes away from the start of the second half. We'll go over some of the statistics here. In the first half, the leading scorer was Lindley Kistler, sophomore out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, Homestead High School. Lindley had 13 points. She also had 2 rebounds and 1 assist, going 4 of 4 from beyond the arc, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. She was 4 of 5 from the field. Kistler played in 15 minutes and 12 seconds, the 3rd highest total for any of the Lady Cougars. Savannah Buck led the team in minutes played with 19 minutes. That's pretty common for Savannah to lead the team in minutes played. She had 2 points and 2 rebounds, 4 assists for Savannah. She also had 1 steal. Kara Gurka played in 18 minutes. She had 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. She was 2 of 4 from the field. Buck was 1 of 6. Josie Murphy 1 of 3 from the field with 2 points. Chandler Jones a perfect 2 of 2 from the field. Chandler had 4 points. She only played 5 minutes there in the first half with 2 fouls. Sydney Crow perfect 2 of 2 from the field and 1 of 1 from beyond the arc. She had 5 points. to go with 1 rebound and 2 fouls and 1 assist. Dejanay Hinton, 4 points. She was a perfect 2 of 2 from the field. Emma Applegate with 2 points. Those came from the free throw line for Emma. Looking at Bethel College, the Lady Pilots, who are 6 and 15 overall and 1 and 8 in the Crossroads League, currently in 9th place. Bethel College was led by Camilla Glenn. She had 9 points. She had 2 fouls, 2 rebounds as well. She's 3 of 7 from the field with 15 minutes and 56 seconds played. Taya Bruce, she played all 20 minutes for the Lady Pilots and had 8 points, 2 rebounds. She was 3 of 7 from the field and 2 of 5 from beyond the arc. Jessica Irwin played 18 minutes and 48 seconds, had 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 of 4 from the field, and 1 assist, 1 steal. Michelle Moritas played in 14 minutes, but she sat a lot there in the second quarter. Probably all 6 minutes came in the second quarter because she does have 3 fouls, did come in towards the end of the second. Moritas is 1 of 2 from the field. She's got 2 points, 2 assists, 3 turnovers. Her three turnovers lead all players. And Kelsey Brickner, the freshman, has 1 point. She's 0 of 2 from the field, and she has played in 12 minutes in this game. St. Francis as a team shooting 56% from the field, 43% from beyond the arc, and 44% from the free throw line, shooting 4 of 9. Bethel is shooting 38% from the field, 38% from beyond the arc on 3 of 8 shooting, and 67% from the free throw line, hitting 8 of 12. St. Francis with 8 points off turnovers, Bethel with 5. Lady Cougars with 16 points in the paint, Lady Pilots with 12. Lady Pilots with 3 second chance points, 0 for St. Francis. And the Cougar bench is winning this game 11-1. Bethel has not led in this game. St. Francis' largest lead came with 7:42 left to play in the second, and it was an 11-point lead. Lady Cougars up by 9 right now at the break. So we're getting ready to tip off the second half. This is game number 1 of our doubleheader. St. Francis currently tied for 5th place in the Crossroads League with Huntington, the Lady Foresters. Today, I believe Huntington's at Marion. Let's see, Spring Arbor is losing to Indiana Wesleyan 34-31. Good defense by the Lady Cougars as Durkin tracks that thing down. Savannah Buck being picked up by Moritas. We'll go over some of the current scores here next dead ball. Murphy working off that pick by Kissler. Kissler back-to-back picks, pops up top of the key, now over to Buck. We got 9 seconds on the shot clock. Murphy, Glenn out with the defense. Look at the quick hands by Glenn. Oh, no, yeah, Glenn went for the swat and her elbow just clunked Josie in the head. They're going to call Kamalo with blocking. She's got 2 now, 1 against Bethel. For Murphy, she's got 2 points in this game, make it 3. Josie on the season shooting 74% from the free throw line, hitting 48 of 65. Taylor University has beaten Grace 51-32. Once again, Indiana Wesleyan at Spring Arbor winning it 34-31. And that's all we have on the webcast. Mount Vernon Naz is losing to Huntington 46-22. Chandler Jones, another great job here by the Lady Cougars. Murphy out of the corner. Glenn with the D. Down the block, left hand. Chandler Jones fading away, gets it to fall. Chandler now has 6 points, and we got a 30-second timeout. Going to be called by Coach Gingrich and the Lady Pilots. Not liking the way this second half is starting. Lady Cougars coming out here scoring a quick 4 points on a 4-0 run here in the third quarter. The University of St. Francis, the Cougar football program, that was about a month ago, just a little bit over a month ago, winning its second consecutive national championship over the Reinhardt Eagles out of Georgia, Waleska, Georgia. Pretty close to Atlanta. So it's good times here on the campus of St. Francis if you like competing for championships, as the commercial says. Coach Lacrosse and the men's basketball team, currently ranked number 2 in the country, had their 16th consecutive win streak snapped. Good hustle there by Buck. Had that streak snapped at Indiana Wesleyan a week ago from today in overtime. But they bounced back and just throttled Spring Arbor this past Tuesday. And nice turnover by 44, Elsasser. That was picked up by Savannah Buck. Bill Scott said, I thought that game was going to be close. Nah, the men's basketball team is playing really, really good basketball. Very close to where we were 2 years ago when we were the Crossroads League regular season and tournament champions and lost in the NAIA championship game to Indiana Wesleyan. Crazy, crazy year. You beat Wesleyan 3 times in a row, then in the biggest game of the year. And they went all the way down to the wire. That one just went Wesleyan's way. Kistler for 3, just left short, rebounded by Murphy. Nice strong rebound by number 1. Murphy, he just got clocked in the head again with another elbow. Gurka doing a good job of getting that dribble down as she was about to lose her pivot foot. Murphy for 3 off the heel, no good. And it's rebounded by Glenn. Let's see if Glenn goes straight to the cup. Nope, nice lob. Passes, that is blocked by Kistler. All ball on the block, but they're going to call a foul. Good defense there by Kistler. Let's go ahead and take another look at that one, folks. You shall be the judge. As it's going to be Glenn with the inbounds pass. Woo, looking good by Kistler. Lob goes into Moritas. Nice back to Glenn. They say the most dangerous player on the inbounds pass is the inbounder. And Glenn just showed you why. She's got 11 points. Bethel College now within 11. Gurka down on the block with the right hand, fighting through the contact of Jessica Irwin. She now has 8 points. USF's up 44-31. Glenn being guarded by Savannah Buck. Thinking about the fastest players for St. Francis, probably Savannah, but still she's having a hard time keeping in front of Glenn. Glenn is lightning fast. And whoa, Savannah had a hard fall there as she tripped over her teammate Gurka, trying to keep up with Glenn. And that's kind of what Glenn's speed does to a defender, kind of puts him in a frantic pace. But that was just a collision off ball. And then Buck trying to keep up with Glenn. It's going to be a foul against Bethel. Goes against Taya Bruce, the sophomore. She's got 2. Never like to see that, but everybody's good to go. And Savannah brings it up for the Cougs. Gurka crossover, picks back out. Left hand dribble drive by Kistler. Good defense there by Moritas, along with the other freshman, Rickner. Pass stolen, Murphy. Buck near wing. Entrance pass down into the block. Gurka gets her own rebound. Put back no good. Jones with the board, and we have a tie-up. Jump ball. I believe the arrow is in favor of St. Francis, so we'll stay right here at this end. It'll be Buck with the inbound. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Murphy off glass, no good. Gurka with the rebound and knocks it in. Kara now with 12 points. She's starting to heat up here. at the Hutzel Athletic Center. Gurka is now 4 of 8 from the field with her 10 points. As Glenn's shot misses way right. Kistler back to Buck. Lindley takes the feed here on the near wing, being guarded by the freshman. And Chandler Jones just no worries working against Irwin there. Can of corn for Chandler, who has 8 points now. St. Francis, its largest lead of the game at 17. Strong baseline drive by Kelsey Brickner. Brickner, her first bucket from the field. She's got 3 points. Buck over the timeline. Pick set by Gurka. As they'll switch, that's Glenn now on Gurka. Murphy, recovery defense. Good recovery by Baritis as Murphy gets right past her, goes up with the right, no good. Glenn with the board. Lady Pilots have the numbers, 3 to 2. Brickner for 3, knocks it down. So Brickner now is starting to feel it with 6 points. She's got the hot hand for Bethel. Seems like the type of player that can definitely get her shot off. Skip pass to Lindley Kistler for 3. Kistler continues to pour it on. She's got 16. Kistler's going to be about a 6 3-point attempts per game type of player, maybe even more. With as well as she's been playing, charge going to be called number 12, Cam Glenn.
You can't see that ball from right here.
Chandler Jones checks out. Sydney Crow's back in. 51-36, all St. Francis here in the second half. And was probably about 75% St. Francis in the first half. Lindley Kistler, right around Elsasser. Elsasser tried to swipe it from behind Kistler. She's got it covered now with 17 points. Lindley so far, your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. And the block. Lindley Kistler, her second block. Well, of course, the last one they did call a foul. Kistler just makes a big difference here for this St. Francis team. Inbounds goes up. Baritis. Good feed into Elsasser. Goes up with the right, knocks it in. Elsasser falling to her left, throws it up with the right. She now has 5. But Gurka here on the near elbow. That's Irwin with the defense. Savannah, nice find to Gurka, who has it knocked away from behind. Kara Gurka is going to demand a double team. That's why Kistler is just so important. She can take some of that stress away from Kara. Kara last year was the starting center for St. Francis. Her true position is the 3. As Murphy's walled off. Nice skip pass over to Crow. Sydney going strong to the cup, no good, but gets her own rebound, put back. Hits the bottom of the rim. 3:52 left to play in the third. Buck, 27 on the shot clock. Kistler, right hand dribble drive, off glass. Lindley Kistler is just putting on a clinic here at the Hutzel Athletic Center. She is now 7 of 10 from the field with 20. 3-point attempt, knocks it in. Irwin. Jessica Irwin's not listed on the live stats. Yes, she is. Listed as number 1. So Irwin is now 1 of 3 3-point. Bounce pass. And another block by Kistler, her 3rd block of the game. Good work by Lindley. Kistler being guarded by Elsasser out there on the perimeter. That's another thing with Kistler's hot shooting. If she gets matched up with by a center, the center has to come all the way out to the perimeter. not going to be able to play much man here. Murphy for three. Josie now with 7 points for St. Francis. Mel Sasser on the block. Ooh, nice feed. That fooled a lot of folks, but Schermerhorn could not find the cup. Buck over the timeline. 2:20 left to play. Savannah Kissel tightly being guarded by Schermerhorn. Schermerhorn only goes 5'8" though, so 4-inch differential. Jumper's no good by Murphy, rebounded by Schermerhorn. Feed down low. Irwin is fouled. I believe it's going to go against Gurka. If so, that'll be her third. C. We've got 3 Lady Cougars about to check in. Emma and Hinton, along with, I believe that's Whitney, Will. Nope, not Will. So at the free throw line, it's Irwin. Irwin is now a perfect 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. Shannon Temple's going to check in. Irwin. That's her 10th point. Nope, she has 11 points now. Savannah rides tightly with the defense. Shayna Temple. Nice feed to Emma Applegate. Beautiful in transition there. Great offense being played here by the Lady Cougars. 3-point attempt. Schermerhorn knocks it in. That was just a great pick and roll action there as Emma Applegate sank down to the block. Beautiful find. Gurka now is tied up. She's going to be fouled. She'll head to the free throw line to shoot.
Foul number 24, Jessica Irwin.
So Irwin called with the foul. She is going to shoot. Oh, we're in the bonus. Gurka's first attempt is in. Now 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. And both of them are good for Kara Gurka. Gurka now with 13 points. Rightus over the timeline. Jones all the way out with defense on Irwin. Approaching 1 minute, 1 minute left to play in the third, 1 minute. Irwin between the legs, dribble. Rightus, strong with the right. Air ball attempt picked up by Emma Applegate. Now Shayna. Applegate near wing. Near corner, Savannah Buck. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 20-second differential between the game clock. Turnover by Temple. In transition, the freshman has it knocked away from behind by Deja Hinton. Good hustle by the true freshman, number 11, Deja Hinton.
One foul on one still.
Deja, another one of the local players here, really helping to bolster this Lady Cougar basketball program. Savannah Buck, who's about to check out, another local player. Lindley Kistler, a local player. Inbounds. That was Brickner. Sydney Crow, great job there. She felt the defender on her back. Once she sagged off, went straight to the cup. Crow now has 7 points. And no good on that attempt. St. Francis up 64-46. Today's game is brought to you by Fort Financial Credit Union. Check them out.
Grandpa taught me years ago. Do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. The Cougar Marching Pride, everybody. They sound so good, don't you agree? Well, we're getting ready to start the 4th quarter. St. Francis up 64-46. Lindley Kistler getting things rocking for St. Francis to start this game. Step back by Brinkner, but Crow's got the tight defense. Ridas blocked by Chandler Jones. Lady Cougars get out of trouble there. Buck, Kaya Bruce not liking the physical play by Savannah Buck. It's Crossroads lead. Emma Applegate, nice tap out by Temple, but it's picked up by Brickner. Ridas now far wing. Left-hand dribble drive, finds Bruce out of the corner. Bruce working off that pick by Glenn. It's been a while since Bruce has scored. She's got 8 points. All of those were in the first half. 3-point attempt, no good off the heel. Going up high to get it, Chandler Jones. Bruce is 2 of 5 to be on that. As Emma Applegate gets her 6th point of the game. Near wing, that's Schermerhorn. Once again, folks, Marion in first place in the conference. What an interesting matchup we have this coming Wednesday. As another block by Chandler Jones. She now has 2. In transition, Emma Applegate knocks it down for the Lady Cougars. She now has 8. Nice sequence there with Chandler Jones leading to Emma Applegate in transition. Foul's called on Shayna Temple. Folks, let's go back to the 3rd quarter as Shayna finds the darting Emma Applegate. Late recovery defense there for the Lady Pilots. It's a good looking play for Coach Ridge and the Lady Cougars. Schermerhorn. El Sasser being guarded by Gurka. Gurka doing a good job of getting big on the block. Loose ball picked up by Savannah Buck. Now Kistler for 3, and it falls! Lindley Kistler! One more for you. She's got 5. Kistler's having a game, folks. That shot was way off the mark. Lindley Kistler, 5 of 7 from 3-point land with 20 points. Kara Gurka finishes easily off glass. Lady Cougars on fire, are rolling. 73-46 is your score. Irwin. Schermerhorn, nice find to Glenn. Kamala Glenn just hard time keeping up with her. She's active. One of the better players you're going to find in NEIA. Chandler Jones left all alone there for the 10-foot jumper. Gurka for 3. It's good for Kara Gurka, now with 17 points. She's the second leading scorer in this game behind Lindley Kistler. Kistler has 23. Excuse me, folks. Lindley's hit 6 of 8 now from beyond the arc. Pass deflected by Jones. Told you about Chandler Jones and that defense she can play. She's already got 2 blocks in this game. That tip there led to the steal. Sydney Crow, no good. And that's gonna go to Bethel. Kistler's gonna check out. Your Parkview Sports Medicine most valuable player. Would you agree, Matt? Yep, Matt Runyon, camera guy, does agree. Folks, you can check out Matt in his broadcasting debut next Saturday when he does the Carroll Wrestling sectional on SummitCitySports.com. Loose ball tie-up, Chandler Jones getting after it, along with number 5, Grace Haley. Matt is a graduate of Brownsburg High School, the Bulldogs, and they are number 1 in the state in Indiana high school wrestling. Great school, great wrestling program. Temple, Whitney Will now in for St. Francis. Her kick out to Hinton, nice take by Deja Hinton, who now has 6 points. She can flat out drive. Ball nearly stolen by Temple. Pass went to Katie Morgan, the senior. Number 41 is Addie Martin. She's a freshman at 6'2" from Clyde, Ohio. Not Clyda, but Clyde, Ohio. 3-point is good. Approaching 5 minutes left to play. Lady Cougars up by 30. Good theme lately. Dominating play here by Coach Ridge and his Lady Cougars. Fouls called against Addie Martin, number 41. St. Francis has started with the 82-68 win at number 13, Indiana Wesleyan. Shannon Temple with the bucket. She has 2. Good bounce pass. It's a little bit too strong. Intended for Irwin. Now checking in for the Lady Cougs, number 13, Josie Kolkman. Kolkman, also another local player. She's from Fort Wayne, Bishop Dwenger. Bishop Dwenger High School. They've got a senior, Ellen Ross, who's going to Butler. She's a double-double machine for the Saints. It's Kolkman, that one got away from her. That's Moritas down on the... That wasn't Moritas, that was number 25. Katie Morgan. .426 left to play. Inbounds. That one to Irwin, no good. Loose ball. Deja Hinton has it for the Lady Cougars. Deja, Kolkman up in front. Josie now down on the block. Wisely got out of the lane. Turnover by St. Francis. Deja looking for Kolkman. Elbow jumper by Irwin's no good. Alexis Thorbon with the rebound. Nice deflection there by Sarah Allison, the trainer, athletic trainer for the Lady Cougars. As Raleigh wasn't paying attention, he might have gotten hit by that basketball if it wasn't for Sarah knocking it away. Shout out to Sarah Allison, the wife of track and field coach Kyle Allison. Kyle's squad has been doing fantastic. He's been growing that roster by leaps and bounds and been setting new Cougar track and field records in the process. Left and right as they competed last week at Grand Valley State University, GVSU. Colton's going to be fouled. She will head to the free throw line. Foul is against number 25, Katie Morgan. Josie Kolkman on the season, 1 of 2 from the charity stripe, and she averages 1 point per game. First one's no good. Lindley Kistler, let's go over her stat line for you folks. 8 of 12 field goal. 6 of 8 3-point. Career high, 23 points. Lindley had 3 rebounds, 1 assist. I had her for 3 blocks. One of those was called a foul. But you guys saw the replay. 3:33 left to play. St. Francis, what a good way to walk into that Marion matchup this next Wednesday. 7 p.m. tip-off. Lady Cougars will be winners of 3 straight. Josie Colton picking up where the rest of the Lady Cougs left off with the hard take to the cup. Down the block. Kolkman now has 2 points for the Lady Cougars. Checking in for St. Francis is number 23, Sam Walsh, freshman from Mooresville, Indiana. Kolkman, 0 of 2 from the charity stripe in this game. Knocks it down. Kolkman now with 3 points. St. Francis up 83-51. Lady Cougars winning it by 32 points. Approaching 3 minutes left to play. 3-point attempt is good by Kristen Moan. Kristen Moan is a junior from Delton, Michigan, Kellogg High School. Kolkman, good job there. Nice hustle by Josie Kolkman as she had a great turn to the cup. The ball went the other way, and she had to hurry up and get after it. Josie Kolkman might be the tallest player for the Lady Cougars, as she does stand 6 foot 2 inches. Once again, Cougars only up by 29 points right now, as we got a timeout going to be called by Coach Gingrich, a full timeout. You're watching Lady Cougar basketball here on the campus of the University of St. Francis. Parkview Sports Medicine, the exclusive sports medicine provider for the Cougs.
An athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutrition.
Welcome back, everyone. Once again, you are listening to the Cougar Marching Pride. St. Francis just 2 minutes away from improving their record to 14-8 overall, 6-4 in the Crossroads League. At last time I checked, Huntington was doing just fine today, winning their game. Indiana Wesleyan up 67-57 over Spring Arbor. Bethel is losing. Huntington is up 58-40 against Mount Vernon Naz. That's a huge win for Huntington. Mount Vernon Naz is no slouch in the Crossroads League. And I guess that's all we got. Some of the local scores, or the Crossroads League scores, I should say. But yeah, Huntington's going to win that game. So Huntington will remain tied with St. Francis for 5th place. Mount Vernon Naz is going to join Huntington and St. Francis tied for 4th. So Lady Cougars will move up 1 spot in the Crossroads League standings. If St. Francis ended in 4th place in the final regular season standings, then they would host the first round Crossroads League game and then be on the road for the semifinal and championship. Very important to get that high seed in the Crossroads League tournament, because you do not want to have to travel to Marion. Not the most fun place to play. The walls are painted yellow there. Feed down low. Treasure Hurst just misses getting it to fall for St. Francis. 1 minute left to play. Three-point attempt, no good. Stolen by number 14, Becca Schermerhorn. Going the other way with Deja Hinton. Hurst, it's again no good. 2 Lady Pilots on it, same team. So once again, a great game for St. Francis. Once again, leading the Lady Cougars is Lindley Kistler with 23 points. Kara Gurka had 17. Camilla Glenn leading Bethel with 13 points. Jessica Irwin with 11. Taya Bruce with 8 points, but all those coming in the first half. Free throw's good for Kristen Moore, or Moan. Bree Cumberland. And that's going to do it, folks. Lady Cougars about to win this game 83-58. As Emily Novak, jumper just left a little bit short. And we'll head down for some post-game reactions. Once again, Lady Cougars win it 83-58. Now move into a 3-way tie for 4th place. Check. Check 1. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing. Check, check, check. All right, down here on the floor with Coach Jason Ridge as we'll get away from the guys coming out here, but what a win, Coach. 83-58 here against the Lady Pilots. third straight game that's very, very impressive for this team.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we did a lot of nice things today. One of the things we talked about towards the end is that we didn't really ever have a huge burst. We just steadily kept increasing our lead. But Bethel's a really good team. They did some things offensively that were very hard for us to guard, and they had a lot of constant movement that was really hard for us to guard. I kind of want to go back and watch it because it was kind of fun to watch, and they did a nice job of mixing cuts up and all of that stuff. But I did think that I thought we made some nice adjustments to it, and I think that a lot of things that happen to do with our team and how we shoot the ball, and I thought tonight we shot the ball extremely well. Lindley Kistler's really standing out right now as somebody who shot the ball really well, and I think today we saw a lot of what her impact on our team could be. But she was pretty fun to watch tonight.
And I wanted to talk about that, Coach. She finished 6 of 8 from beyond the arc, had a game-high 23 points, which is a career high for her. But with Lindley being able to play on the perimeter, it seems like teams aren't going to be able to play man-to-man defense if she's out there, and that's going to pull a big out on the edge.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll let other coaches decide how they're going to play us defensively. I guess my initial thought to that is like the reason we don't play zones is because somebody's going to get an open shot. And, I think, she does make us a lot harder to guard. And, Kara does a nice job inside, but Kara's got a lot more room to work now. And I think that's the best thing that she adds to what we're trying to do on offense. But I also think we've got one thing I really enjoy about our team is I feel like we do a nice job of moving the ball. I feel like we do a nice job of making the defense go from side to side and kind of take the things that are there. But we have been consistently, putting up more points, and I think a lot of that has to do with we're all getting confident, and Lindley adds a lot to what we do.
It's never fun heading to Marion, Coach. You'll be there on Wednesday with yellow walls and stuff in their gym. But you got to feel good bringing this team into Marion against the number 5 ranked team in the country, back-to-back national champs. It just seems like the Lady Cougars, this is the time to take them there.
Yeah, the first thing I would say about Marion is that they just have such a good tradition, and they're winners. They're very, very well coached. Coach Gerald is one of my favorite coaches in the conference just because she's so good at what she does. They're so hard to prepare for. Kelly Kirchhoff is a phenomenal basketball player. Obviously, the conference coaches agree with me because how highly they keep voting her up there. But the last time we played in Deja, Cyrus had a great game. Sueyo is one of my favorite players I've coached against. So, I have nothing but respect for Marion and the way they play. Now, with that being said, we're going to go up there and give it our best shot. We're still taking a young group up there, just like what we did last year. But these kind of games are a lot of fun to prepare for because if you want to be one of the best, you have to prove yourself against some of the best. And Marion's clearly established themselves as that. But we're trying to put ourselves into that territory. We're not quite there yet. But I do feel like we're moving closer there as a basketball team. And we win the game, we lose the game. It's important in the conference race and all of that different kind of stuff. But what I really hope is that we just continue to play defensively the way we've been playing. I hope we keep having the same offensive flow and knock down some shots as they come. And I think, when you start taking care of yourself, when we take care of St. Francis, sometimes the opponent matters less and less. So we're going to do what we can do. We're going to go out there and play as hard as we can. Hopefully we can take a nice crowd out there on the road because it is Destiny Rescue Blackout Night. And I love competition, and I love going up there competing, but I more so love the ability to get back to our community and the greater world community because child trafficking is a huge issue, and that we get to take our team over there and be a part of such a special night. Last year we raised around the conference a lot of money, and I guess if you're one of our fans who are listening right now, we ask you to go online, find the ways that you can to donate because this issue is really important to our team. It's really important to our players, and we're trying to raise as much money as we can. Like if we just said even like a little mini goal for ourselves, our program, that we were going to raise $1,500, that would save one child. And I feel like that's a good target for us. As a conference, we're trying to raise $35,000. So the competition's fun. I love it that we get together and talk about this. But if basketball can be a platform for us to go out there and do great things and live up to our Franciscan values as a university, then I hope that that's something we do. I hope that is something that our academic community, our fans out there, really get out there and support us on. So lots of ways to find it. Get to our Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram. There's a lot of ways to find the information, but you can donate online. There's a lot of opportunities out there, but hopefully our fans can find a way to get it.
Congratulations again, Coach. Okay, folks, just waiting for Lindley Kistler here, our player of the game. She had 23 points, 6 of 8 from beyond the arc, 8 of 12 from the field. Hopefully don't get ran over. Lindley, congratulations, great game. Your third game as a Lady Cougar, how's that feel?
It's amazing to be able to play with all the girls, and I mean, watching the first half of the season was really hard because I knew I could be out there helping the team and helping us in conference and all our games we played, but it kind of helped me like know where I can fit in on the floor and realize where I can get my shots and find other people's shots. But I'm really happy to be back. It's been a year since I played, and I'm just so thankful to be back on the floor again.
Well, and it seems like it's a seamless transition. The team's playing the exact same way. You just add so much to it. Did it feel seamless for you as well?
Yeah, I mean, it took a couple of practices. I really only had 2 practices, practicing with the girls who've been playing for so long, but it didn't take much. I mean, Savannah, the point guard, Josie and Sid, they are great at getting people the ball. And then, of course, playing with Kara and Chandler is always easy, too. So it's just easy to flow in with these girls. We all get along and find each other when we need to.
What's it do for our offense, the fact that you're able to sit, right there beyond the arc and knock down 3-pointers like you did today? You were 6 of 8 with 23 points, so a career high. Congratulations.
Yeah, we'll have to give credit to Savannah Buck because she just knows where I am at all times, and I mean, I can be sitting somewhere and she just gets me the ball. Same with the other girls, but it helps them to play with Kara too. Like they double down on Kara, Kara finds me where I am, and I mean, it's just great playing with these girls. Everyone has their strengths, but I just happen to flow off of other people, and I love my team. I couldn't be happier here.
Well, a big win at Indiana Wesleyan, an upset victory, a big win against Spring Arbor, another big win today. That's 3 in a row. And on Wednesday, you play the number 5 ranked team in the country, back-to-back national champion Marion Lady Knights. How do you feel about that opportunity coming up on Wednesday?
We definitely, before Wednesday, have a few things to work on, especially since last time we played Marion. But we're all excited. We want to get our 4th win in a row. And if we keep winning, we have a better chance of winning conference or getting a good seed for the tournament. So I think we're prepared. We just got to be mentally ready, in my opinion.
Congratulations, Lindley. Once again, the player of the game, Lindley Kistler, who had a game-high 23 points. Lady Cougars win their 3rd game in a row, playing their best basketball of the season. Coming up here, we got game number 2 of our doubleheader as the number 11th ranked Bethel Pilots goes to take on the number 2 ranked University of St. Francis basketball team. So we're going to switch over. We're going to have to stop this broadcast, and we'll put up the men's broadcast for you. So switch over, folks, but you'll want to make sure to check out the Lady Cougars as they'll be on Marion's Stretch Internet. Check out that game this Wednesday. It's going to be a big one. Thanks for joining us.